My name is Cheryl Cox. I'm in Southern California. My husband and I own property in Big Bear Lake, and I'm currently the treasurer of our HOA. When my husband and I purchased the property up in Big Bear Lake, the president at the time was being a president and the treasurer. So you talk about a full plate. We were banking with Enterprise Trust and Savings, and one of their staff members suggested that I take a look at PayHOA. And that was the beginning of what I hope is a very long friendship, because automating all those tasks is made so much easier when the company not only does it right as far as their programming, but they're there to help you when you've got a question. When I became treasurer, it was a voluntary thing to say, can I help you with this? When you're sending out dues notices and you're collecting paper checks, you're tracking everything, it's very time consuming. When I found PayHOA, I just thought, this is what we need. And we need the power tools without the learning curve to operate those tools. And PayHOA gave that to us. One of the attractive features of a bookkeeping organization, which is what the treasurer figures the whole HOA is about, is making sure that people can access data in decent time. If somebody were to call and ask you for a particular report and they say, I want to know what the profits and the losses were from 2 years ago, for somebody who's new at the job to try to go back to Excel worksheets or bookkeeping and try to pull all that stuff together, don't do that in PayHOA. It's extraordinary. Whether you're a person who's familiar with spreadsheets or whether you're a person who's a beginner, you become so comfortable with what this system does. And PayHOA allows you to look at all those components and decide how much more you need to spend on one particular facet, or if there's a way that you can cut a cost so that you can stay within your budget and it's all backed up. Having budgets done on legal paper in pencil because you need to erase takes an awfully long time. Transitioning to Excel makes you think this is the heavenly kind of thing, but transitioning from Excel to PayHOA, I'm not saying that I haven't made a mistake, but when you make a mistake, you know you've made a mistake. And if I think the guy's name is Finn, it's his little automatic guy who tells you what to do. Go back to the top of the page and look in the left-hand corner and press that button. And all of a sudden it works. It's extraordinary. So it's hard for me to say that balancing my checkbook would take a full day, because who has a full day to sit in a computer and balance your checkbook? But when you've got PayHOA and you know what the transactions are and you know that you're off by $71, well, that just happens to be an assessment. Or $142, well, that would be 2 assessments. And if you haven't figured that out, PayHOA tells you, could this be an assessment or 2? And yes, it is. And thank you very much. We have quarterly meetings, and in quarterly meetings, I prepare budget forms through a treasurer's report for the board. But if somebody were to call in June and we don't have a board meeting coming up until August, I can still pull the budget report. And they're, I would say, uniquely very happy to get the reports that they're emailed. So I don't hear too much from members. They know where they can go if they have a question. My name and information is on the website. So they email or call and say, can you help me with this? And if I can, first place I look is, does PayHOA have that information? And if they do, I just look really good. Treasurer's reports are consistent. The budget figures are consistent. We have, as a member of our HOA, a professional accountant who is now retired. And I thought, oh, this will be cool. I'll just go to him and ask him what he thinks. And he said, no, what you need to do is to give people the information they want. If they don't want the balance sheet, then they don't need to have it. But if they want the balance sheet, you want to be able to give it to them. PayHOA just makes it so much easier.